the players are going to be like that. They're going to get all pissed and stuff like that. So Jim stays really calm on the sideline. He just kind of communicates what needs to be done. So I think he did a great job of that.
Yeah, so I was thinking a lot of people were interested what his demeanor would be like, kind of thrust into that and stuff. I mean, were you interested in knowing how he would handle it? I mean, Taylor, or did he handle it the way you thought he would?
I mean, I guess
kind of what you kind of
yeah.
answered, you know. But I mean, is it, you know, he is down there, some Michigan game, you know, and.
I mean, I guess I didn't really. I wasn't really thinking about it. I wasn't really worried about it. You know, I was just wanting to win the football game. But you know, after the fact, I think he handled it really well, and I appreciate the way he handled it.
Does he have coaching in his DNA? Do you think? Do you feel like he could? Pursue, and why? Just from the things you just delineated, and.
Well, because number one, first and foremost, he knows football.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that he has played the position that he's coaching right now, I think that's huge. Because there's little nuances where, you know, if you didn't necessarily play the position, you wouldn't understand them, and you wouldn't be able to get the point across of how to do them or what they are even.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I think he's cool and calm. You know, he stays poised. And I mean, I think that's the mark of a good coach.
How ironic is it that your final college football game is going to be Notre Dame and Ohio State? I mean,
super ironic, yeah.
I mean, I would think you've sat and thought about it a little bit. I mean, you go ahead.
Yeah, like you know, I said before, if we didn't make the playoff, this is the game I wanted. I wanted to play Notre Dame, and it's just kind of odd that, you know, I almost started my career there, but now I'm going to end my career playing them. So, you know, it's kind of cool.
And why did you want to play Notre Dame, though? Because of that irony, or just because, you know?
It's just because, you know, you look at the teams that were probably not going to make it in, they have a ridiculous amount of talent. You know, tons of guys all over the field, every position. You know, guys that could have came here, and we have guys that could have gone there if we wanted to. So I just think it's just a good matchup of just all kinds of talent all over the field, and two just really good teams that, you know, had a legitimate shot for most of the season of making it into the playoffs.
Taylor, when you play a traditional road game, like when y'all went to Blacksburg this year, you're not there a week early. You don't have press conferences, you know, every day, or banquets or tours or what have you. Just what's it like preparing for a bowl game as opposed to a regular game with all the kind of outside stuff that's going on?
Yeah, I think with a bowl game there's a lot more distractions because obviously it's a lot bigger stage than just, you know, a regular season game. Not to say, you know, going and playing in Blacksburg was a small stage by any means. Tons of people watch that game, I'm sure. There's just, you know, like you said, all the media stuff going on, all the, you know, little banquets and things like that. It's just a lot of distractions, and you can't really get caught up in, oh, I get to go talk to the media and say this, say that. Like, at the end of the game, at the end of the day, you're there to play a football game, and you're there to win a football game, so you got to keep that the primary thing.
And then at the same time, you know, these trips are obviously designed for y'all to have some fun too. How do you make sure that it's not, you know, Josh said, you know, you have to kind of find a balance to where it's not, if you were there for a week just work, you'd be miserable by the time the game came around. How do you make sure you also kind of like relax some?
That's something that's hard to verbalize. Like you know, Josh said, and you know, you do have to find a balance. You can't be 100% locked in and serious you know, at all times. And I just think me being an older player, you know, I have kind of a good grasp on what, you know, a balance would be for myself, and I'm pretty sure that would hold true to other people. And I'm not worried about the older guys, the guys that have played a lot, the guys that have been in bowl games. It's the younger guys, and you know, it's kind of been our job all year, not just at a bowl game, to kind of keep them in check and make sure they're on the right path. So, not something I'm too worried about.